Welcome to Let's Wander, the travel and hiking vlog. Today we are going to take you to Muktinath and Kagbeni from Sunavli. Soon after crossing Sunavli, we headed to Butwal in a local bus and then took a direct bus to Pokhara. It's been 18 years to my last visit to Nepal. Things have changed quite a lot. Roads were widened and made safe for vehicles, and looks like the government is spending lots of money on construction of roads and bridges. My memory of those narrow roads passing alongside the roaring river is still afresh even after 18 years. Massive construction work is being carried out this time. As a result of that, there was dust and mud all over. As a nature lover, it was little disheartening to see the destruction of mountains in the name of development. We are now crossing over the Narayani Pul. And the river you see on the screen is the famous Gandak river, popularly known as Narayani Nadi. It is a confluence of four major rivers: Kali Gandaki, Marsyangdi, Bhuri Gandaki, and Trishuli. The real beauty of Nepal is after you cross the plains of Butwal. The weather, atmosphere, and altitude changes completely once you cross Narayangarh. Hereafter you get the real feel of Nepal as the breeze changes completely. According to locals, the wind, water, and mountains are the true wealth of Nepal, and rightly so. The cool breeze, tall green mountains, smoky fog covering the mountains, and the burbling rivers leaves you spellbound. The vehicle passes through the curvy roads of the mountains. Alongside flows the beautiful rivers of Marsyangdi and Trishuli. Look at this beautiful view of the Sangam of two rivers. The eyes might get tired looking at the view, but the magnificent view of the nature never ends. This is one of the reasons why I prefer to travel Nepal by road. We have arrived Mugling. It is here the routes to Kathmandu and Pokhara separates. The bridge you see on screen is the famous Mugling Bridge. We took a break in a small town called Damauli, which is 50 kilometers before Pokhara. We took a bus to Beni. It had cost us 300 Nepali rupees per head. You will get this spectacular view of Annapurna ranges from bus once you reach Lake Nath near Pokhara. Beni is 145 kilometers from Damauli on the Prithvinarayan Highway and Baglung Rajmarg. It took us 6 hours to reach there. You will find plenty of buses and taxis to Muktinath from Beni. The buses might charge from 1800 to 2000 Nepali rupees to Muktinath. It is advised to reach Beni before 12 noon if you are planning to visit Muktinath, as the roads are not safe for night travel. After our lunch in a restaurant, we reserved a sumo vehicle to Muktinath for 30,000 Nepali rupees. Since we were 10 people, the shared cost came around 3,000 Nepali rupees per head. Considering the road and conditions, I think this was a fair deal. We have decided to stay a night at Jomsom as we plan to visit Kagbeni early in the morning before visiting Muktinath. The roads were bumpy and dusty, but manageable for about 40 kilometers. The car was going through stones, water, bumps, throwing us from left to right to left, and whatnot. Everything was happening. I think we have arrived at the famous Roopse Falls, which is 38 kilometers from Beni. It's a beautiful waterfall with freezing cold water from the glaciers of Himalayas. We took a short break and spent some time in the waterfalls. The entire fatigue of the journey was taken away by the refreshing waterfall of Roopse. From adult to children, no one was willing to move, but the driver warned us the road ahead is not safe in dark. And he was right. The road ahead of Roopse is breathtaking. It's a heavy landslide zone. It was an adventurous drive from here on. The real fun came during this lap. It was really exciting and breathtaking experience. This journey is not for weak hearts. It had everything: fear, excitement, and adventure. The car was passing through dusty, bumpy, and narrow roads. You will experience the roller coaster ride on these roads. You will understand what is sitting on the edge means. Many of my friends say, wherever Ram goes, adventure follows. We have experienced everything in this journey. Do you see the roads? You can imagine the condition of these roads if it rains. We had it all. It rained on our way back home and also got dark. At one point of time, there was only our vehicle traveling on the road for hours. Once the vehicle gone out of control for a while, slipping on the muddy road, the tires got skid and gone almost to the edge of the road. Luckily, the driver managed to control in the end and saved us from falling in the Kali Gandaki river. Thankfully, we had an amazing driver with utmost skills to drive on these roads. A special thanks to our man, Tegh Bahadur, for a great journey he made for us. The way he was cutting the vehicle at the edges on those curvy roads was mind-blowing. It's not easy on these narrow roads, where it is difficult to pass a single vehicle. They were crossing two vehicles. Any simple mistake would end up in the river flowing down. After the exciting roller coaster ride, we are now nearing Jomsom in Mustang. Apart from this, the mind-blowing views of mountains and rivers never let your eyes relax. Mustang is a paradise on this planet. It comprises of Himalayan snow mountains, plateaus, dry rocks, and plain lands. Look at this awesome view of Himalayan mountains in Jomsom. We have arrived Jomsom in the evening and stayed in Dreams Guest House just behind the Jomsom airport. We took a dormitory of 10 beds with clean bed sheets and warm blanket for 1600 Nepali rupees. Jomsom is a beautiful town surrounded by beautiful snow-clad mountains you can see around. It is the only place where you can find ATM centers and shops after Beni. So make sure to withdraw your money here before you move ahead. The place was freezing with a temperature of 2 degrees centigrade when we arrived and went on to minus 7 degrees centigrade as the night progressed. It was so cold that taps were frozen into snow. We started early in the morning to Kagbeni. Kagbeni is 12 kilometers from Jomsom. It took 30 odd minutes to reach Kagbeni. Kagbeni is a combination of two words. Kag means crow and Beni means confluence of two rivers, Krishna Gandaki and Muktinath Khola. Hence the name Kagbeni. You find plenty of crows flying over this region. It is believed that sage Kag Bhusundi did penance in this region in the form of a crow. Kagbeni has a religious importance to both Hindus and Buddhists. For Hindus, Kagbeni is famous for Pitru Puja. Hindus all over the world visit here to perform Pitru shrad for the peace of souls of their ancestors. It is a ritual for Hindus to visit Kagbeni and perform Pitra shrad before visiting Muktinath. While my parents were busy in their Pitru Puja, we explored the beautiful village around. The Kali Gandaki Gorge is one of the major attractions of the region. It is the abode of sacred Shaligram. The Kali Gandaki river sources from Tibetan border, flows south through Mushtang, then continues south past Jomsom. It broadens past Dana, Tatopani and towards Beni. It is one of the deepest canyons of the world. Finishing the Pitru Shrad, we headed to Muktinath, which was 15 kilometers from Kagbeni. The roads from Kagbeni to Muktinath were in good condition. You will find some spectacular views of the deserted and snow-clad mountains till you reach Muktinath. It took 40 odd minutes to reach Muktinath from here. Muktinath temple is situated in a picturesque location surrounded by beautiful mountains. It is situated in Muktinath Valley at the base of Thorang Peak in Baragaon village of Mushtang. From the parking place, you need to walk around 20 minutes to visit Muktinath. Muktinath is a sacred Vishnu temple of great value to Hindus and Buddhists all over the world. It is 106th of 108 Shakti Pithas and is of great importance to Sri Vaishnava sect of followers. As per the Hindu belief, Lord Vishnu was converted into Shaligram due to curse of Brinda, and this is the place where he got mukti or salvation from the curse, and hence Lord Vishnu is worshipped as Muktinath, the god of salvation by Hindus. Buddhists adore Lord Vishnu as Avalokiteshvara, the Buddha. Apart from Lord Vishnu, there are temples of Lord Krishna and Lord Shiva here. The courtyard of the temple consists of Muktidhara, the 108 bull-faced water spouts through which the cold and freezing waters of Kali Gandaki flows. According to Hindu astrology, they represent 12 zodiac signs and 9 planets in the solar system. The popular belief is Taking a shower in these 108 taps and a dip in the two pushkars washes out all the sins, and the darshan of the deity thereafter leads to mukti or salvation. With great satisfaction of fulfilling the wish of our parents, aunt, and her family, we return back to Damavli.
Wow!
Thank you for watching Let's Wander.